Okay, starting this Crash Bandicoot walkthrough. This is the tutorial level. In the original games, they let you skip this. This is a very good job teaching you how to play the game. Beat a crouch, you can slide, hit boxes, destroy boxes, Crash Bandicoot. Okay. I've played this game since I was a kid. I have destroyed boxes. No, I have... it was my first video game, the original. And that was tutorial level. The whole plot of this game is as follows. Crash is chilling with his sister. Then he gets called by Cortex and kidnapped.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I'd rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
Okay. The main difference between this and the original is that there is no save here. You just save by left trigger. Turtle Woods, probably one of the best constructed first levels in the game. They even give a little hint about the... a little hint about the secret gem. In the original, you didn't have that. You just had to trial and error it. And I realized I said best first level in this game. It's the only first level in this game. Nice rain. Destroy all the boxes. Did you swear at me? Destroy all the boxes in the game for a clear gem. A lesser known secret is the glitch jump. If you slide or if you jump and spin, I believe. No, crouch jump and spin. You jump a bit higher. Do the same thing for a crouch jump and spin. Oh crap. That's why I keep doing it subconsciously. Bit more air, plus it's decent to practice it. One of the reasons why this is one of my preferred first levels of a game is this little thing here. If you're playing it normally as a, first timer, you wouldn't think anything of it. I think it's just window dressing. But you go down here, extra boxes. If you don't go down here, you can't get the clear gem. Nice little checkpoint, because it's relatively generous. Falcon, Condor, Birdie, boxes. Crash is one track, he has boxes in the mind. You could do that just by jumping down there. I don't remember if there was a thing down there. Nope, just nitro carts. Yeah. If you stay on their backs for too long, they go down, so it becomes harder to get these boxes. Can you get them without the glitch jump? No. You need to do either the spinning jump, or be very quick with a slide hop. Just so people know what I'm talking about. Slide hop, if you do it when their backs are up. The spin jump, I think I read it was called a glitch jump at one point, is when you're mid-jump, you go up with the square button. Or I guess the X button on the Xbox controller. This is played on the PC, but all versions of the same game are pretty much identical. Just different graphical qualities. I think the Switch version has slight input lag, but that's irrelevant. Irrelevant for me, at least. Whee! Bonus time. Dying in this level does not matter. Just like Whose Line. The one thing I prefer about the original of bonuses is how the bonus happens. For a lot of them, the thing just collapses as though it's like a paper thin thing. Like paper thin area. But this, it just drops you down and not. So this stuff is mud. Or water or something. I think it's mud. In the originals, I believe those boxes spun around. Don't need to kill everything. Checkpoint. Destroy the world and everything in it. Then we have invincibility. We could do this little pit thing, so we will. Or we can just skip it if you do a glitch jump. If you do it completely, a mushroom will spawn, letting you come out. But it's mostly optional. There we go. And we skip the moles. They're really no hassle if you decide to go with them. First gem of the game, and first crystal of the game. There we go. This game is a warm spot in my heart. I do like the touch of how Crash just finds them and puts them in its different holes. But I do not like the change to the Crash dance. Original Crash dance is much better.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. The crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
Are you there, Crash? Crash! Crash! Are you there, Crash? Are you there, Crash?
I also like how the holograms are done a bit better in the original. Coco really seemed like she wasn't meant to be there. Like, with how glitchy the teleporter was. Not teleporter, the, I think, what's it? So we're going back in here to get the blue gem. That's a time travel crystal, was not in the original. It lets you go through levels on a speed trial. But those are mainly best saved for the end of the game. Because of another thing that's added in. So to get the blue gem in this level, you have to not get a single box. If you're paying attention, halfway in the first run, you may have noticed that it's tricky after a certain point. But, in general, it's not that bad. Just avoid the boxes. You can avoid the enemies if you'd like. They're mostly harmless. Well, sort of. All of these enemies were technically experimented on by Brio, who we'll be seeing very shortly. Huh. Not supposed to be going that slowly there, I think. But most of the enemies in this game, in the first game, most enemies were Cortex and his minions. That's the part that you may have difficulty with. You have to jump on the bounty box to be kind to the boxes. You can jump on the sides in the original. I played that game very much, if you couldn't tell. If I didn't turn slightly midair, I probably could make it. Can I make it? Nope. I probably could, but I'm not getting the timing right. 100%. And here's the blue gem. Colored gems are special in that they will help unlock different routes to get the non-colored gems in other levels. Unlike in the first game, you don't have to go through the level without dying. You can die as many times as you'd like, but for this one particularly, you'll spawn back in at the very beginning. Beginning? Yes, because you can't get any checkpoint boxes. The first time you get a gem outside of a Cortex cutscene, you see this.
So, you are helping Cortex gather crystals. Yet, you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser. Yes, a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he has created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering crystals.
Yeah, once you get at least one gem outside of the Cortex cutscene, Brio will spawn in with his little teleporter. Teleport? I keep saying teleporter. With his hologram. I am not a fan of his voice acting in this game. The main reason why he is allied with Cortex, let's go to Snowgo. He is not allied with Cortex in this game is because I'm thinking Cortex fired him, and then he decided to, I think canon-wise he started his own brewery or something. But main point is he's stopping you. Here's our introduction to TNT and Nitro crates. They both boom. Nitro crates boom anytime when you touch them, so don't touch them. TNT, you get a 3-second timer. I like the ice physics. Nothing to be afraid of right now. It's just a bunch of seals. Seal, arf. Oh. Did not make that jump. But it's okay. As long as you have a mask, you can tank it. The other great change that I like about the remakes is that they modified the bounty blocks. In the originals, you had to wait for all 10. In this, you only have to wait for 5, because it goes by 2. These things crush after you walk by them. So you have to be quick. Up there is the red gem. It is higher up than in the original. In the original, if you were careful, you can do a hop there to reach it, and you just barely get it if you were good with your timing. These stompy blocks always in a timer. So that one is much easier to time if you're not rushing. Bonus. Belly flop bonus. Part of me feels the ice is slightly different in this game, but let's do that. First death in a bonus zone. Lovely. So like I said, bonus zone deaths do not matter. You can just retry immediately. The only real harm that you get is lack of lost time, and as in wasted time, and your mask is gone, so you lose a hit. Because it counts as a death technically, even though you don't lose any health. And then, up here. Can't go back in, because it blocks you, of course. These trigger a outline blocks to be filled in. Arf indeed. Booga booga. It's my buddy. Checkpoint. This one, it's hard to tell because of the lighting, but that one's green. It makes all nitro boxes explode, so you don't have to worry about it, because nitro boxes do count for the 100% for the box gem. If I recall, this one is... Yes. If you couldn't see that, there was a silver box to get these two. Gives you a life and another box, adding to our total. Press the triangle or Y button to see boxes. As you can see, we have all boxes, 12 lives, 25 things, and here's our next gem. I'll try and go for 100% here, but there are some really annoying boxes later on that I really don't want to get, but I'll get them. Probably. We'll see if we get that far. So, if you can tell, we did not get the red gem. It is impossible to get the red gem in the remake until a much later level. Well, not much later. It's about 5 levels from now. This game has secret exits. So, once we get a secret exit, we can come back to Snowgo, and it will be obtainable. But more on that later. Let's go on one more level, Hang 8. And there's the hint that failing bonus levels do not cost lives. For all the crap I do give this level sometimes, or this Remake at times. I do like the extra flavor they add in. Wasn't this the level with... Those platforms fall down. Those are plant foods. Checkpoint. Oh, yes. So, there is a timer. So, my first go on this level, I will not go for all the boxes. If you beat the level within the timer, you will get a gem. Not a colored gem, but oh, you can get blue gem path. I didn't know it was this early in this game, or in the game in general. Honestly, I forget a lot of specifics, and I think that cost me 1 second. On these things, you press X to go... Oh, no, I'm definitely not making it now. Maybe? Oh, no, I got it. It's impossible to get both gems the same route, I believe, unless you go back. So you can go back. But I just find it a lot easier to just blitzkrieg it. Get the gem. Get the crystal. Did we get the crystal? I don't remember. Yep, we got it. I kind of forget where crystals are in these games because it's so directly in the path. There's only one real crystal you can miss if you go through the levels normally, because it's on a split path. And I think that's level 4?
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
Okay, let's go back to Hang 8 and get the gem. It's nothing too difficult early on. Most of the box gems are pretty simple compared to the first one, where most of the early levels in the first one you have to come back later. Those platforms sink. I just like avoiding them for the most part. I never could tell about those mechanical fish, if they were truly mechanical or if they were actual fish. Okay. So either the A button or X button makes this thing go zoom and accelerate. If you fall into a pit like that, it's an instant death. But hitting a mine, I believe your hit will still count with your mask. Boom, boom. Those things are a bit finicky with how you're placed on them. So this bonus world room is very similar to the general look of the first Crash game. Got through. Crash. What makes this one my favorite overall Crash game, I think, is how much movement options Crash has. Because the first one, movement-wise, you're kind of limited. All you have is spin and jump. And the third one, you definitely have more options. But there's also more levels where you aren't directly controlling Crash, or you're doing, what's the right word? You are doing vehicle sections. So, gem routes. They are more difficult routes. They contain boxes, so they're required for the color gems, or the non-color gems, the box gems. That hippo is fatter than I remember. It's chubby cheeks. Huh. Okay. You do you, hippo. Hippo. Never mind. I lied. This is tricky. Watch your shadow when you go down for boxes like that. For this, I personally like slide jumping because nitro boxes jump high, as you can see. So there's a very slight chance you'll nick one with your feet. So just slide jump and you'll be fine. This vehicle section is pretty simple. You need to go the entire route, touch this box, go back. Careful of those things, it's a bit difficult to see. Get all these boxes. If I recall, I like how tricky the Naughty Dog was in the original with this. They really got as much as they could out of the jet ski? Jet board? Whatever this is. Plus add a little bit of flair. Look at this. Those two plants are completely unnecessary. But there they are. Just chilling. Saying thanks. The sound effects in this game are really silly. Blah, blah, blah. Can I do this? I can. Checkpoint. Okay, the rest of the level should be the clear sprint. Vroom, vroom. Finish these. Up. Can I make it? I can. And then we are... Oh, I was nervous for a second there. Got the gem. That shouldn't be too difficult. So, let's see how I did. Got all the gems. Back to the warp room. We have hanged the 8. The level name is a reference to Crash's fingers. Instead of the hang 10, where you would be surfing, you're hanging 8, because Crash has a total of 8 fingers. This level's reference is Snow-Go. What's the reference for Snow-Go? I don't remember. I think it's Shogo? No, No-Go. That's the reference. This popular saying No-Go, but with snow, because it's a snowy level. And Turtle Woods, I'm guessing it's woods because there's turtles. I don't think there's anything further in than that. Okay. So, let's call it there. Let me know how I did. Bye.